wanted to ask you, what do you think the reason is why female sexual issues in general aren't discussed within society?
Oh my God, I could spend the whole time on this. And this is actually going to piggyback on what you said, Dr. Cushman. I think it's impossible to talk about female sexual functioning or dysfunction without talking about the sociocultural context of how women are brought up and taught about sex. So if we think about the psychological impact of not having desire, we have to think about what messages did the woman get about desire. Most of us early on are taught some version of kind of slightly negative messages about sex, like don't do it before you're married, or this was my message anyway, don't want it with, the wrong people or too many people. Don't. And then when you turn 21 or 18 or whenever you see Cosmopolitan at the grocery store, you see all of this other messaging about be really sexy, have hot sex, here's how to please yourself, here's how to please your partner, here's how to do all this stuff. And suddenly you're supposed to be able to switch and say, okay, now it's okay, but our brains don't work that way. We spend all this time learning one set of messages that are very deeply ingrained, and then suddenly we're supposed to be able to kind of throw all that out the window and decide that we're going to do things differently. And it puts women in this really confusing, difficult double bind, I think. So you can't think about sexual functioning without thinking about sociocultural conditioning. And I grew up here in the U.S., in the South actually, and so that's sort of my milieu. And I know it's different around the world. Some places it's better, some places it's worse. But we're just all steeped in this, these messages that are so often don't serve us. So I'm going to pause there because truly I could be on the soapbox for a while.